Hello everyone, I asked you guys to vote for which video you wanted to see today, and like I thought, you guys voted for my top 5 favorite Symmetra skins. So, when rating a skin for Symmetra, I will mainly be looking at the weapon and the skin itself. With certain skins, I care more about the weapon than the actual skin. Turrets and teleporters are a bonus. Also, as a side note, a lot of Symmetra skins I am actually not too fond of, so keep that in mind. Of course, this is all my opinion, and you guys can list your own top 5 favorite Symmetra skins in the comments below, or criticize my tastes, or criticize my constant criticisms of Symmetra's playstyle. Alright, enough dilly-dallying, let's get into my top 5 favorite Symmetra skins. At number 5, we have Trackin. Now, if you guys have seen my unpopular Overwatch opinions video, you will know that I don't like creature skins, including this one. However, one thing about this skin is so amazing that it deserved the number 5 spot. The weapon. This photon projector is easily Symmetra's best. It looks alive, and with the little eye it's cute in kind of a creepy way. Like a little pet that melts your enemies and hates armor. Well, actually that might change soon. Unfortunately, there isn't anything else that's interesting about this skin for me. The turrets are just recolors, and the teleporter has some scales that are barely noticeable on it. As for the skin itself, well, if you like creatures that's cool, but I'm not too big on all the spikes all over the place. On her head, her hands, her shoulder pad. Also, her headpiece looks really, well, let's just say unmentionable. On top of that, they also tried to make this skin look sexy, with this weird boob plate going on, and it's just not working for me. Sorry. Best Symmetra gun, but the skin is not to my tastes. On to number 4, it's going to be Oasis, Symmetra's first post-game legendary that took 1 full year to be added. Yes, I know this is probably the Symmetra community's favorite skin, so just like Trackin, let me start with the positives. The teleporter is easily Symmetra's best. It's sharp, yet soft, with the beautiful lotus flower that swirls with it. The gun is also very sleek, featuring another nice lotus as you charge up. The turrets are okay, I guess. I don't know how to describe this, but the default turrets almost look alive, which is something I love about them. However, this skin doesn't capture the same feeling of life in the turrets. Now onto the skin itself. Honestly, the design of it is pretty sick, but I just don't like the color scheme. White and gold is okay, but imagine how much cooler this skin would look if carbon fiber black and neon blue were the main colors. Or just look to Moira's Minister's skin for a cool color combo. Also, the nose piercing really skeeves me out. Overall, an elegant skin, but the color palette could have been better. Number 3 is going to be Symmetra's most recent skin, which is Figure Skater. As always, let's start with the positives. The gun looks amazing. The turrets look very close to the default, but are also different enough, and I like them. The teleporter is also really pretty, with the little designs on it. The skin itself is very elegant, much like Oasis. Symmetra is featuring a hairstyle very similar to her Vishkar skin, and I know many people like that one. However, there is one thing I don't like on this skin, and it's the white arm, which makes it look like her default glove. I feel like the skin would have been better off with a sky blue instead of white. Much like Oasis, a cool design, but the colors aren't to my liking. Now, number 2 might surprise you guys. I'm actually a big fan of Symmetra's default design. However, as I said earlier, I don't really like white as a primary color on the skins. So here's the skin, which is Symmetra's default design with a way better color palette, and it's number 2, Keep Out. For a long time, this was my favorite skin. In terms of an epic skin, I think it's up there. First off, the big reason I like this skin is the prominent red color all about. It just suits Symmetra so well. The floral pattern on her dress is pretty without being tacky. Her turrets have little designs on them, and probably my favorite part, the gold gun features a small red decal which looks beautiful. Overall, this is pretty much red Symmetra with extra decals, but I love it. Before we get to number 1, I just want to bring up 2 honorable mentions. Up first we have Vampire, Symmetra's first event skin. It's okay, but it doesn't change the gun in any way, and in my opinion, Symmetra's default gun looks really weird in solid gold. The reason it's here in the honorable mentions, however, is that this skin easily has the best turrets. Remember when I mentioned the turrets looking alive? Well, now they're definitely alive. Now this next skin isn't really an honorable mention, but more so a disappointing epic, and that's Peacock. For a skin called Peacock, I expected less of this, and more of this. The skin also doesn't add any decals to the gun, which I'm not a fan of. And finally, at number 1, it's Magician. I think that was obvious. The skin is in my intro, and my outro, and many of my thumbnails. I consider it a channel icon at this point. Okay, earlier I said that I like Symmetra's default design. Well, this skin takes that design and makes it even cooler. There's a lot to talk about with this skin, so let's get started. First off, Symmetra has a black suit and a top hat. And, well, you guys probably don't know this, but I love the suit and hat look. When I used to play Roblox, my Roblox character also featured a black suit and a hat, although a little more on the gangster side. I also made my character in Saints Row 3 sport a similar look. Saints Row 3 at 10,000 subs. Anyway, back to the skin. I love how the skin still manages to keep the drapes, like Symmetra's default look. It's so unique, and it shows off her best feature, them hotty-thotty legs. Keep reading. Also, Symmetra is still sporting the dumbest shoes to wear into battle, but at least she looks sexy while doing so. I haven't even mentioned the turrets yet. They have little magic wands in them. The teleporter has a spade on it. Oh, and how could I forget the coolest part? Symmetra's freaking hologram arm. It manages to make the arm look mechanical without being overbearing like her default skin. While Symmetra has cooler guns, the photon projector on this skin is solid. Maybe this skin hit a sense of nostalgia over me, but when I first saw the skin leaked, I actually fangirled. Who knew Symmetra would look so good in black? Sexy and stylish. And that's that. I really hope the next Symmetra skin features some darker colors. Of course, it's just my taste. As always, you could leave your thoughts on my list or make your own top 5 in the comments below, and we could get a discussion going. I'm YellowNinja. Peace.